Hello everyone, welcome to week 4 of our Improve Your English challenge here at OET. I'm Alex from the OET education team. Thank you for joining me. If you're here live, please say hello in the chat box, and if you're watching after the stream, feel free to use the comment section to introduce yourself and play along at home as well. So let me know everyone, how are you? What have you done this week? How are we feeling? Great, lots of people here already. Hello in the UK, Kennedy and Rena in India. We have a big class today, so I'm going to get straight into it, but this class will be very interactive. We're going to have a global conversation, basically. We're going to have lots of questions from you, and you're going to provide the answers as well. I'll just really quickly, if you're new to the Improve Your English channel, I'll show you how you can catch up or how you can get started. And basically, you just need to go to the OET homepage, which I'm sure you know well. Looks like this. I'll pop the address into the chat box as well. And once you're there, hover over the Prepare button, and that's where all of our preparation resources are. Go down to Improve Your English, and that takes you to our homepage. Once you're there, you'll find a video, information about our 6-week challenge, the 3 sections that we've built. So grammar zone, that's what we're going to do today, vocab boosters, and a section all about workplace English with videos and audios for you to practice with as well, and the free study planner that you can download here. So in the grammar zone, and let me know in the chat box, have you done any of the grammar lessons? Week 1, there was present simple. We're going to review that today. Closed questions, we're also going to do that. Open questions, there'll be some of them. Last week, prepositions and articles, and present perfect we're going to look at today as well. So if you haven't yet, don't worry, this will remain on the website. You can do it anytime that you want. I know everybody just loves grammar so much, but don't worry, today is a friendly grammar class, not too stressful. All right, hello there in Japan. We are all around the world. I'm here in Melbourne, for those asking. Let's begin. Here we go. Okay. Hopefully everyone can see that. So this session is all about grammar. So far we've done our intro session, reading session, vocab session, grammar today. And what we're going to do, 4 things basically. We'll start with, I'm going to talk a little about fossilized errors. And if you know what a fossilized error is, pop it in the chat box, let me know. We're going to review 4 verb tenses, probably the 4 most common verb tenses in English. We'll practice lots of asking and answering questions and finish with our week 4 Improve Your English quiz. Last week, our winner got a free OET Pulse, and we're doing that again this week. So stick around to the end and you could win a free Pulse test. Let's talk about fossils, fossilized errors. Maybe you've heard your teacher mention this before, or if you have been watching any other videos on YouTube, English teachers sometimes talk about fossilized errors. Do you know what they are? Can you imagine what a fossilized error is? Any speaker who is learning a new language probably develops fossilized errors. I'm going to show you like a little video that will help you to maybe understand what I'm trying to get at here. So imagine that as you're learning language, you're getting better and better and better. You're all really high level, but there's probably some mistakes that you make, and you make it all the time. And it doesn't matter. Like you get by, you are working, you are living, nobody misunderstands you, but these errors are there. And Erin says, yeah, it's an error that's pretty much subconscious. That's a good definition. So it's not a serious error, but it's something that is there. And as you're preparing for a language test, it can be a good chance for you to recognize those fossilized errors, play my video, to see them and to be aware that you have them and try to correct them. So it's things like articles or the letter S at the end, Let me remove myself here. Okay, hopefully that's a bit clearer. So it's little errors like that, S or articles. And today I just want you to be conscious. If I point out some errors that you're making, just notice them and try to work on them. Just try to be aware, oh, I keep making the same mistake. I'm going to really try to change it next time. So that's all I'm going to say about fossilized errors. Let's talk about verb tenses. Is that clear on the screen? Let me know. A few people said it's not clear. I'll just keep trucking, but do let me know. So we're going to review 4 super common verb tenses, and I've popped them here into 4 questions. What you do last weekend? What you done today? What you usually do on Mondays? And what you doing now? There's one word missing, a different word in each sentence. Thank you, Sini. Different word in each sentence. Can you type into the chat box, what's the missing word? Number 1, what you do last weekend? Well done, Erin, you got that? And what about today? What you done today? Barakat, great job. Number 3, what you usually do on Mondays? And finally, what you doing now? 3 more seconds. Great start. So what did you do last weekend? What have you done today? And what do you usually do on Mondays? What are you doing now? So these are the 4 separate tenses that we're going to concentrate on today. I'm going to keep it really easy, really light, but just be aware of any fossilized errors that appear. Okay, so we'll start with the first one. What did you do last weekend? This is the most common tense in English. It's the one that we use most of the time. So in the list of frequency verbs, this is number 1, past simple. Okay, and we're going to use today timelines where past is which way? That way. And future is that way. So everything that we talk about, try to imagine that past and future directions. What did you do last weekend? We've got 2 points here. One of the points is now, that's me talking, and the other point in the past is the weekend. And that's where my attention is. What did you do last weekend? Here's my answer. Can you put it into a full sentence in the chat box? Super easy, not a trick question. What did you do last weekend? I cooked, and I cooked soup. Well done. Easy one. So this, I cooked, is past simple. You know it well, I'm sure. Okay, another one. Last weekend, I think of a few options here. So I cooked soup. I did some exercise, or I went for a run. Good, some answers coming through. Barakat, I washed my clothes. Prince, I did cleaning. Very nice. I studied. Anyone? What about this one? Give me a negative, something that I didn't do. Last weekend, great, Kennedy, I went jogging. This one, just good. Jaya, don't need 4 in that sentence. I went jogging. Very good. We had a class. So this one, negative sentence, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Just totally relaxed. So this is the grammar that makes up past simple. And luckily, it's the most common grammar. It's actually the simplest grammar to make. Almost nothing to remember here. Positive sentences up the top. I cooked, you cooked, he cooked. They're all the same. I, you, we, he, she, it. Negative, I didn't cook. He didn't cook. They didn't cook. And question, which is where a lot of those errors happen. Did you, did I, did we cook? Easy. Some really common time phrases. So my question was last weekend. You'll often use past simple with yesterday, last night, last month, last year, 2 days ago, 3 weeks ago, in 1999, in January. So past time, and it's finished past time as well. Okay. So first discussion, I want you to type questions into the chat box. If I see a good question, I'm going to put it on the screen. Type some questions into the chat box about last weekend. For example, did you, what, where, who? I want to see perfect grammar. An interesting question. I'm going to give you about 20 seconds here. Akamal says, I wasted the whole weekend. Impossible. Sometimes you just need to relax, right? It's not a waste. Thank you. We've got our first question through. Erin says, did you see a movie last weekend? Please feel free to answer Erin's question. For me, the answer is no. Can't remember the last time I saw a movie, but I watched a lot of TV. Great job. Good questions coming through. Thank you. Barakat, I'm just going to grab yours to make a little correction here. Did you went shopping last night? Can we just change this verb? Did, that's in the past, but the verb should be in the infinitive. Did you go shopping last night? Did you go shopping last night? Okay, here's a question from Joji on the weekend. Did you attend OET classes? Good, and Jaya asked the same. Chandrika, lots of OET questions. Did you practice any mock tests? Very good. So feel free to answer as well, because then you're practicing using positive and negative sentences. Okay, that's looking good. Nice and accurate. Well done. Good. Christina says, no, I did not. Okay. Good question. Dee says, what did you buy last weekend? Anyone buy anything special? What did you buy last weekend? I remember that I went shopping, but I can't remember what I bought. Probably clothes. Yeah, I did. I bought some clothes. Great. Erin says, who cleaned the classroom? Paris, did you have a good weekend? Prince, who did she work with last weekend? Where were you yesterday? Fantastic. These are looking great. Great, Christina. Good answer. All right. No fossilized errors there. I'm happy with that. So past simple tense, really easy. As long as you get your words in the right order when you're making a question, keep that verb in the infinitive. So not did you went, did you go? Did you see? Did you eat? What did you do? Let's keep moving. So that's the first one done. Let's move on to the second one, a little more difficult. What have you done today? Okay, what have you done today? So this is a different tense, of course, and a different perspective, a different time happening here. So I've tried to show that it's connected to now, it's connected to the present, but we have an eye on the past with this tense. So we're looking at this zone around now. And here's my answer. What have you done today? Can you finish it for me? What have you done today? Good. I'll give you a clue for this one. You must include the word have. What have you done today? Good, Barakat, that's correct, but that's past simple still. I took my dog out. Okay. So this is what I'm looking for. I have walked the dog, or the contraction, I've walked the dog. I've walked the dog. Good, Salome, I have attended class. So this is present perfect, have, and then the past participle. So walked. I have walked the dog. Good, Sama, you got it. Here's another one. What have you done today? So follow that pattern. What have you done today? Good. Yeah, I have had 2 coffees today. I have had 2 coffees. Good, Kennedy, I have taken the waste bin out. All right, what's the difference here? So a lot of the answers in the chat box were past simple, and it's correct. It's just a different feeling. Okay, so I have had 2 coffees and I had 2 coffees. They're both okay. So why would I say the first one? What's the difference? I have had 2 coffees and I had 2 coffees. Why do we need this tense? I'll try to explain. So we use this tense for a few different reasons. And one of them is the time period is not finished. So that question was about today, and today is still going. And see that line? The line hasn't stopped before now. So the time period is still going. So for example, I have studied for English for 8 years. In that sentence, I understand you're still continuing, you're still studying. It hasn't stopped. You could also say he has worked at 4 hospitals since he became a doctor. He has worked at 4 hospitals since he became a doctor. Is he still a doctor now? Is he a doctor now? He is. And that's why we would use present perfect, because possibly he will work in more hospitals in the future. His career as a doctor is not finished. He has worked at 4 hospitals since he became a doctor. That time is still going on. Okay, another reason that we use present perfect is that the past action or event is relevant now or important now. So for example, I have lost my phone. So the action of losing my phone, it's in the past. Yeah, maybe 2 days ago, I lost it. But I have lost it. That tells you I don't have it now. So right now, it's important that it's gone. I have lost my phone. Otherwise, you could say, I lost my phone, 6 years ago and I bought a new one. Or I lost it 2 weeks ago and I found it. But I've gives you information about now. And that's really the distinction, what the hearer or the listener understands from your sentence. So I've lost my phone, I don't have it now. She has washed her hands. So the washing happened in the past, but it's important now. So her hands now, are they clean or are they dirty? That's the distinction. She has washed her hands, it means right now they are clean. Or I have washed my hair, so now it's clean. I washed my hair maybe 6 years ago. So from that sentence, I washed, you don't know anything about my hair now. Making sense? Do yell out if not. So these are the 2 things. The time's not finished, or something happened in the past and it's important to me right now. Barakat asking a question about been. Let me try and answer that in a moment. I think I know what you mean. So what's the difference? I have had 2 coffees and I had 2 coffees. The difference is about me now. So today I had a coffee at 2 o'clock. I had a coffee at 4 o'clock, and now I'm super awake. I'm full of energy. So 2 coffees, relevant now. That's the first one. I've had 2 coffees. The second one, I had 2 coffees maybe last year. So just from that sentence, you don't know enough information about me now. So have I had enough coffee? I don't know. Am I awake? We don't know. Okay, so have had is some connection to now. Here's the grammar with a little more challenge this time. So past simple, everything's the same. We just need that word did. Present perfect, a little more complicated. So positive sentence up the top. I, you, we, they have had 2 coffees. He, she, it had 2 coffees. What word goes behind the blue square? I've had 2 coffees, but he, not have. Has. So he, she, it has had. Or he, she, it has drunk, has eaten. Then negatives, I haven't had 2 coffees, you haven't had 2 coffees, he, she, it hasn't had 2 coffees. So again, have for me, you, we, they, he, she, it has. Fossilized error that probably some of you make. Not a serious one, but a common one. And then a question, I had 2 coffees. What's the missing word there? And she had 2 coffees. Very good. Have and has. So those are really the 2 words to remember in present perfect, have and has. And when it comes to time phrases, remember with past simple, it's like yesterday, last week, last year, 2 months ago. Present perfect, we don't use those words, not finished time. Instead, common time phrases with present perfect, recently, this week, not finished, this month, this year. Often we use yet. I haven't had a coffee yet. I haven't had dinner yet. Already. I've finished work already. And then since January, since I was young, since 99, for 6 months, for a long time. Very nice. Okay. We've done our past simple questions. How about some present perfect sentences? So you just need to remember the word have or has and past participle. I'll give you a little help here. Have you ever? What have? How long have? Give me some questions in the chat box. That's it. Sorry, Christina. Okay. I don't know. Sometimes when you're streaming, the quality comes and goes. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Barakat, have you ever had an endoscopy? Thank you. Well done. Good question. Feel free to answer. Have you ever had? Kennedy says, have you ever traveled on a boat? Very good. Salome, very good. That's past simple though. What did you have? Have you had your lunch? Good question. Yes, I have. Have you prepared for the OET? Paris, let me pop this up. Have you had taken, just remove had from here, Paris. Have you taken your OET exam? Good job. And D, have you been taking your medication well? And Barakat asked the question earlier about this word been. So it's the past participle of be, like I have been to Sydney. I haven't been overseas this year. But this sentence that D has is present perfect continuous. So a little bit more complicated and not so common. So I've left it out today, but this is a good question. And yeah, we'll cover that maybe in another lesson. Have you been taking your medication? Good job. Let's get one more. I'll read a few. Have you ever been there? Have you had, let me grab this one too. Thank you, Sorav. Really close here. Have you had your dinner yesterday? So remember I said don't use finished time phrases with present perfect. So this one could be, did you have your dinner yesterday? Past simple, finished time. Did you have your dinner? If you said, have you had your dinner? Don't use yesterday. So have you had your dinner today? Have you had your dinner yet? Because it's connected to now. And that's a really, really common issue that we see. So past finished time, use past simple. Good, Salome. Have you been reading an article? How long have you waited for this lecture? Beautiful. Well done. Okay, looking really good. So that's halfway. That one's probably the most difficult one. Let's do present simple now. What do you usually do on Mondays? By the way, I'll come back to this if there are questions later. What do you usually do on Mondays? If you're watching this after the live stream, it's Monday today. So just imagine that it's Monday. And this is my question. So what do you usually do on Mondays? Here's my answer. I usually go to the gym on Mondays. So I don't usually take class. I usually go to the gym. There's my verb tense, present simple. Go, I go. How about this one? What does he usually do on Mondays? Good. Waleed, so your one, I usually attend your class. Not used to. I usually attend your class. Very good. And Aaron, nice job. He usually works on Mondays, or he works on Mondays. Good. And his job, where does he work? He works in the finance department. So those two sentences are showing two different things. Every Monday, he usually works. So that's an action over and over. He works in the finance department. That's an ongoing, regular, permanent thing. I am Australian. That's not a repeated action. It's just a state, a condition. And those are two main reasons that we use present simple. So one for habits, repeated, regular actions. Like I usually go to the gym. He cooks every day. They don't study on weekends, regular, repeated. And for things that are permanent or always true. I work in a hospital. She lives in London. He doesn't speak Korean. Good. Christina says, I usually call my parents on Monday. Great. Salome, I usually go to the youth centre. Very good. There's a whole lesson on present simple in week 1 of Improve Your English in the grammar zone. So if you feel a little uncomfortable in this part, go and review that after our session. Present simple, super common, and lots of fossilized errors turn up here, even though it's really simple. Okay, positive sentence. I work, you work, we work, they work. He, she, it. Good. Paris, just in your one, he usually goes. Very good. Thank you. Anu, Bereket, Chandrika, Pajot, works. So there's that letter S. Try to remember the letter S with present simple. Negative, I don't work, they don't work, we don't work, and he, she, it does not work. Or doesn't. Good one, Akmal. And finally, questions. Do you work? Do I work? Do they work? Does he, she, it work with no S? Okay, so that's the basic grammar of present simple. I'm sure you've met it many, many times. Let's do some questions. So type some present simple questions into the chat box. Do you, what, how often, or anything else. So you might be asking about a regular activity. Do you do exercise? Do you cook? Or a condition? What do you do? What food do you like? Very nice. Thanks, Anu. Do you exercise regularly? Very good. Barakat, do you work out? Do you smoke? Great. What do you do for our living? What do you do for our living? How often do you fall asleep during the day? What's your answer to that, Erin? How often do you fall asleep during the day? Great question. I'll pop that up. Maybe on holidays, from time to time. Good. Salome, past tense, did you attend yesterday's class? Because it's in the past. Did you attend? Do you practice yoga? Good. How often do you go to parties? Do you like to have a cup of coffee? Good. Do you understand? Yes. Very nice. Let's grab one more. Thank you. Ify says, how often do you swim? By the way, remember the question mark on the end of these. How often do you swim? I swim once a year if it's super, super hot. How often do you smile? Much more often. Okay, great job. Beautiful. Okay, we've done past simple, present perfect, present simple. And the final one is, what are you doing now? Okay, what are you doing now? This one, we are talking about this moment. Okay, and for me right now, I'm doing an online class. You are also doing an online class. And this is called present continuous. And we have a few different uses of present continuous. I'm just going to tell you, I think, about three maybe. So one of them is for actions happening right now. Yeah, and good job. I can see Paris. I'm watching you. Yes. What are you eating now? I'm attending class now. Exactly. I'm doing an online class. We also use it for actions around now. For instance, I'm reading a great book. So not right now, but yesterday, the day before, probably tomorrow, around now. And she's looking for a new job, not right now, but around now. So that's another use. And we also use present continuous for future arrangements. If we have agreed to something, we're going to meet up. For example, I'm meeting Ting after work. So future meaning, but I'm using present continuous. Or she's having the operation tomorrow. So everything's organized, the appointment is made. Present continuous for future meaning. And here's our grammar. So quite a bit more complicated here because of that verb to be. I am doing an online class. He's doing an online class. She's doing an online class. You, we, they, doing. Very nice. Chandrika. Are. So am, is, are. Three things to remember. I'm not doing a class. He's not doing a class. They're not doing a class. Question, am I doing an online class? Of course, he, she, and it. Is he, is she, and are. Yeah, beautiful. These are our final questions for each other. Type some questions into the chat box. For example, are you? What? Why? Trucking. Oh, there we go. Very good. Is he doing an online class? Sundaria says, are you working now? Very good. Are you happy? Yes, that's okay. Not present continuous. Very good. Are you watching IYE video now? Good. And Charlie, why do you want a prescription? That's good. Present simple question. Why do you want a prescription? Are you watching this show on Netflix? Let's get a couple more. Okay, seeing a few different tenses here, but maybe some of you are a little bit lagging, but there's some good questions coming through. Present simple as well. Here's a good one. Thanks, Barakat. Why are you watching Improve Your English videos? Why are you watching Improve Your English videos? Who wants to answer that? Hopefully, to improve your English. Good. Deepa, are you watching a movie? Saurav, good. Why are you crying? Good. Walid, why are you, just change that verb, Walid. Why are you taking OET? Why are you taking OET? I'd love to know the answer to that. Why are you taking OET, everyone? Very good. All right. Migration, work, of course. Very nice. Okay, good questions coming through. Hopefully after this session, if you still want to ask your questions, feel free in the Improve Your English Facebook group. You can post your questions there and we'll be able to give you some feedback on your grammar as well, if you're feeling brave. Okay, so we've looked at, very good. We've looked at those 4 tenses, 4 super common tenses. I've put them all together now just into a paragraph or what would you call it? A monologue. So imagine that this woman came to the hospital yesterday with her child and she has come back today. And your job is to look at her comment and fill in the verb tenses. All right. And your aim is 8 out of 8 for this, if possible. Just pop it up, big screen. Directions are fill the gaps with the correct verb forms. Maybe we can do number 1 together. I in here yesterday with my son who was having severe stomach pain. I in here yesterday. So I want the verb to be in past simple here. Yeah, Kennedy, that is possible. I came in here today, yes, but with this verb, yep, Sarah, Erin, Barakat, Zara, I was in here yesterday with my son. Great. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. See if you can do all the rest. Don't know if we trust the timer. Let's see how we go. Okay, and type the number and the answer in the chat box, please. So 1 was. Rightio. Thanks, everybody. Good effort in the chat box there. Are you sure about your answers? I reckon everything looks really good, but a few of you should check number 5. He. Just be careful there. Okay, and here come our answers. All right, I was in here yesterday with my son who was having severe stomach pain. We saw the doctor, but she didn't think anything was wrong and sent us home with some paracetamol. Since then, he hasn't eaten. So here, hasn't, not haven't, hasn't, and past participle. He hasn't eaten anything and his pain is getting worse. Also, he has thrown up twice so far this morning. So present perfect because it is still this morning. He has thrown up twice so far this morning. And look, his hands are shaking. That's now. I want a second opinion because clearly paracetamol isn't working. Okay. Anyone 8 out of 8? Or any disagreement? It's probably a couple of options I could accept here. How do we go? Good. So deeper, just add that EN. Hasn't eaten. Erin, great job. 8 out of 8 for you. Congrats. Very, very nice. If you didn't get 8, maybe wait a few days, come back to the video, scroll to the end, and try again. Or maybe watch the whole thing again. Might be useful too. All right. Most people, I reckon, are 6, 7, which is very nice, very good. And hopefully you're starting to be aware of some of the problems that you might be making, the mistakes you might be making without realizing. Okay. So that brings us to our game. So every week on Improve Your English, we finish with an interactive game. And to play the game, you need to open another browser. So if you have your phone, maybe grab that and open Google or Safari. If you're on the computer, just open another browser. If you're on your phone, you can just go to another browser too. So you need to go to Kahoot.it. Kahoot.it. I'll type it in the chat box too. And I'm going to give you a PIN number to put in. So if you go there, just come back to get the PIN in a moment. And let me share my screen. So if you haven't played this game before, don't worry. It's really easy to play. You'll see the questions on my screen and you'll answer on your device or in your browser. Just give me a second. And the winner today gets a free Pulse voucher. So Pulse is a great way to check the health of your English. It will let you know listening and reading how your language level is, and also give you a great idea of grammar. So there's a section called language, I think. So if you are the winner today, you need to take a screenshot which shows that you are the winner. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Let's see how we go. And turn the volume down a little bit. All right, so on the screen is the website you need to go to. Go to Kahoot.it and pop this number into the PIN section. I'll type it in the chat box for those who are a bit late, 6972. So if you're a little bit late, you can still join, don't worry. And when you do that, you'll be asked for a nickname. There we go. Okay, and the idea with this game, the questions are pretty easy, but you've got to be correct and you've got to be quick. So if you're quick and accurate, that gets you to the top. Okay, thank you. Here we go. Everyone coming in. Got Paris, Erin, Barakat, Salome, Liti. Okay, now just try to remember winner, take a screenshot, because then you're going to send that to me on Facebook. Okay, a few more seconds. Today's quiz has got 6 questions, and they should all be pretty easy after our lesson. They're all about those 4 tenses. Truman, Ria, Janitha. Okay. A small group today, that's good. Few more seconds. Feeling lucky, everyone? Okay, if you're a little bit late or you can't join, no worries, just play along in the chat box. Oh, Christina, is there a problem? Let me see. Have you got the right number, Christina? 218-6972. Give you a few seconds. There we go. All right, let's go. Good luck, everybody. Oh dear. Well done, those who got it. Quite a few missed that one. Have you eaten lunch today? Present perfect. Erin up the top, good job. Question 2. That's better. How are we going? Erin holding on. Fluffy number 2. Nixon number 3. Next one. Nicely done. Okay, is the pain getting worse? Let's try to get everyone correct next time. Here we go. Erin, you are killing it. Here comes Waleed, though. Number 4. This one, put the answers in the correct order. Which countries did you visit? Bit trickier. Oh, Truman up the top. 2 more. Okay. How is your stomach feeling? Great job in the chat box. Ooh, look at that. Almond on fire. That means you're doing really well. This is our final question. Erin's back on top. Good luck, everybody. Ooh. What has he eaten? Open question. All right. Who is our winner? Number 3. Congratulations, Che. Number 3. Christina. Late run. Well done. Number 1. Erin. Congratulations. Well done. You deserve that win. Great job, everybody. So Erin, grab a screenshot. Your screen should say you're the winner, you win. Take a screenshot and you can send that to the OET page on Facebook, and we will send you an OET Pulse voucher to use. So Erin, Christina, Che, well done. It's pretty close. 5,023, 4,800, 4,200. Very good job. Well done. Give them a second to come back into the chat. I'll try and share the link so that you can try this again via our Facebook group on Improve Your English Facebook group. I'll share, and you can play it without the whole group and see if you can beat your score the next time. All right, well done. Where's Erin? Are you in the chat here? Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? It's quite stressful but fun to play along. We play this at the office quite a bit among the OET team. We're big fans of Kahoot. All right, I'm just going to share to my other screen. We're right at the end here, but maybe you've got some questions, so let me know if so, and I will try to answer them. Question time. Thank you, everyone, for coming. So we have covered today very briefly present simple, past simple, present perfect, and present continuous. I want to recommend to a lot of you at the end, I saw those errors with questions like how is feeling your stomach, or how your stomach is feeling. So in the grammar section of Improve Your English, there are specific lessons for closed questions and open questions. So, do you feel sick? Did you hurt yourself? Closed questions. Open questions. How long have you felt like this? What is the pain like? Those lessons cover the grammar, like the order of the words, really important in OET speaking and just in the world in general. So I would really recommend go to Improve Your English, go to Grammar Zone, closed questions and open questions. Okay. So any questions, pop them in the chat box. Looks like everything okay. Nothing yet? All right. Oh, too easy for me. No curly grammar questions to challenge me with. All right. Thanks, you guys. So coming up this week, there are some more live streams. We have a lot happening on our channels. I'll just pop on the screen our All-Star live stream. So we are Monday today. Coming up tomorrow, there's a class with West London English School, How to Pass Reading B. That will be on our Facebook. Make sure you check it out. Wednesday, we have a live class with BPME, the Art of Articles, great grammar lesson. So R and the, check that out Wednesday. Thursday, SLC, speaking video about resources of grammar, continuing our grammar theme. And Friday, TTM English relationship building in OET speaking, another really important thing to cover. These lessons are all free. You can find them on our Facebook group. Some of them also streamed on YouTube, but all of them on Facebook. So if you're with me on YouTube, just make sure you subscribe so that you get notified when we're going live. Okay, I think that's it. Thanks, everybody. It was lovely to chat to you and ask and answer questions with you. Please feel free to come and continue chatting in the Facebook group. Erin, congratulations on your win. Please send your screenshot through. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Next week, we are talking about listening. So that's our second last session for Improve Your English. So between now and then, do lots of grammar lessons, and I will see you again soon. Thank you, guys. Have a great week. Bye for now.